listening to my papa and my uncle Polly on the Cole and Bro Opinion Show. Stay tuned.
Coming to you live, it's the Cole and Bro Opinion Show.
Now here are your hosts, Corey T.S.
He may have advanced illusionary schizophrenia with involuntary narcissistic rage, but he is a very gentle person.
And the outsider, Scotty Williams.
Goddamn, white boy.
You take forever to say nothing.
And hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cole and Bro Opinion Show right here at the Oak Park Social at 14691 11 Mile Road. And we want to thank Alex for having us out here today.
Yep.
And we have lots to talk about. And I also have to say, for everybody here, we want to thank you for coming in. We know we have some more people coming in. And also, we have a guy we haven't seen in a while. At least I haven't seen him in a while, and I've missed him.
Yeah.
And that's our buddy, Michigan High School Hall of Fame football coach and former Michigan Wolverine, Tony Blankenship. And we'll be talking Michigan football, Detroit Pistons, Detroit Tigers, Lions, and what else, Co? What else do we got?
We got the Halle Berry movie that came out
We don't want to talk about that.
yesterday. Like, it was
Do we-
Friday?
Some things never change, Tony. It's been a while since you've been on, but some things never change.
The Halle Berry movie came
He
out.
went to Halle Berry immediately.
I know.
get that
That's
out the way,
usually
Mike.
end of the show kind of deal.
All right, okay, we got it.
That's all right. That's
All
all
right,
right.
all right, good. Just got to get that out the way.
Oh, well, listen. Where do you want to start first?
You're the host. Let's go.
Well,
You got it.
okay.
Whatever you want to do.
Let's. Why don't we start Detroit Tigers?
Okay.
Since they're they're on the forefront of everybody's minds.
Okay.
So, I love the offseason moves that they've made, bringing in Framber Valdez and also bringing back JV. I like that. Reese Olson out for the year.
Okay.
And now we have JV back in the fold for a year. I think that's a good signing, a safe signing. I mean, we can't do any better. We can't do any worse than them signing that $15 million deal with what was his name, Co? He never ever
Zimmerman?
ended up
Was it
pitching.
Zimmerman?
Huh?
Was it Zimmer?
No, Alex.
Yeah. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think, Co? I want to hear your opinions. I know you're not much of a Tiger fan.
I don't know about I don't think it. I think it is a good hot dog night. Like I don't. I mean, I think it's a good hot dog night. I don't think JV is going to.
Well, I think JV is going to bring people in the seats, but I think JV pitched
the
pretty
hot
well
dog
for
night.
the Giants last year.
In the
In
end. In the beginning, he was horrible.
Well,
So he's 42. Like I get it. I get the whole nostalgia thing. Like, coming back home and all this. I think it does give him the Tigers like leadership, experience.
okay.
But I still don't think that doesn't solve the issue.
Well, what do you think the issue is?
They can't hit.
Well,
They still can't hit.
you got another year under the belt of these young guys.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, Riley Green can't strike out 10,000 times. Will Torque? It's still a batting. It's still a hitting thing. Like the pitching.
Well, Torque came around last year.
Well-
compared to the year before, because we got into it, and Tony was there when we got into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Down in the other studio.
I didn't talk for an hour.
Yeah.
He came around with meaningless home runs. So.
Oh, jeez.
So
You can't say that was meaning.
There you go.
Here we go.
All right.
I mean, look, they got to the game 7 of the championship game.
Right.
So you can't say that was a bad. You can't say that was a bad season.
Well, it doesn't. It really doesn't matter anyway because the Dodgers are going to win the World Series again.
Well,
but
I
everybody
can
is
see
saying like the Valdez move, the JV move, that made it like now we're ready. You still can't beat Cleveland. The Tigers have an issue with hitting. You can't go 15, 20 runs without scoring a run. You had Skubal last year. You had the best pitcher in baseball last year.
Didn't we beat Cleveland?
Yeah. Did we beat Cleveland?
Who won the division?
No, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. So my thing is this: everybody's saying, "Oh, this will catapult us. This will get us to the next level." Did Seattle and the Yankees and Boston disappear?
Well,
Are
they
they still-
disappeared last year.
Are they still in? Are they still in the American League?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what did they do last year?
Like I said, I don't think the JV sign. I think it's a hot dog night, bobblehead night. I don't think it's going to help. I just don't. They can't hit. People have to understand. Baseball is not. The pitching was fine last year.
Okay.
The pitching was fine last year. You got to score runs.
So what happened to the Yankees?
We're not going to get it. That's we're talking.
Because I know you like to not
We're talking
taking
Tigers.
into account injuries.
No, we're talking-
when you talked about Detroit teams.
That's
but
why I
you
just
do-
said like Seattle, Yankees, Boston, Houston. They're not Tigers. You just get to the.
Well, isn't every team in the American League pretty much? Isn't it just a parity league now? When it comes to teams,
I agree.
Other than maybe the Dodgers,
I agree.
or Seattle took the Dodgers. 7 games?
Well, it's hard to win a World Series, right? So
Right.
even the Dodgers, Toronto made it difficult for the Dodgers to win. So, I hear these fans in Detroit, like, they're so thirsty for the Tigers to get to. They're not. They're just, if you have the eye test, it's not going to happen. I get it. Verlander's a home guy. They want to bring him in, but it just won't happen because you have to hit in the major leagues. That's my approach. That's my opinion on it. So that's what I think. They'll be lucky. They'll be fighting for the division is so bad. They have to win it.
What do you think, Tony?
All right, I'm going to go back to what he talked about as far as experience and what JV brings.
Right.
Right? So he's contradicting his own argument. So he's talking about how he's talking about how the Tigers, it sells tickets.
Yeah.
But then he mentioned he think it's going to help with the culture and it's going to help with experience. A championship has never been won without talent and experience. Ever. At any level. So it's personal for C.
Yeah.
He just don't like him because he knows as a baseball coach, as a former player himself, that's huge. Even looking at the Pistons and looking at teams of any level that have had success, they had to go get somebody who was seasoned.
Okay.
Someone who had some
Right.
experience to help the young guys in the locker room, prepare them for those moments that they had never been able to understand. So JV is definitely going to be able to do that for the Tigers. The other thing is that Corey mentioned, he talked about how we can't beat Cleveland. Now, he and I, before we came on, we were debating about how we gave up a 15-game lead, right?
Yeah.
The most in ever history.
Right, but nobody remembers that. The only thing they remember is that we
Right.
played in the ALCS.
Okay.
And that we lost in Game 7.
Okay.
And that we were, a game away from making it to the pennant. So they're not going to remember that we gave up a 15-game lead. That's just not a true reality of it.
Okay.
I think we're kind of nitpicking a little bit when we're doing that because, they won a division, but the Giants won a Super Bowl when they were 9-7 twice.
Right.
Right.
So you don't have to win divisions to be champions. That's not a part of the curriculum. Of the criteria where you have to be a champion.
I get that.
All right, so that's how I feel.
I get that.
Well, you are watching the Cohen Pro Opinion Show on the Kavana Broadcast Network here on YouTube. Get a little feedback there, Jared. I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, something's going on. Yeah.
All right, we got it. Jared's our man, and we're so glad to have Jared with us.
Yeah. So what do you think, Scott, about this JV thing? Is JV Tony Gwynn?
Tony Gwynn?
Yeah, is he
He's
Wade
definitely
Boggs?
a Hall of Famer.
No, what I'm saying is he Wade Boggs? Is he Tony? Is he going to hit 100 home runs?
I think he's going to give you innings. Job is going to be out for quite a while.
Yeah.
Reese Olson, who is going to be out the entire season. So that was a good sign. It's a 1-year deal, and if he's pitching well,
Yeah. He did great things.
and let's just say he's pitching well, real well,
Yeah.
and the Tigers are not doing well as a team, and they fall out of the playoffs.
He did great
he's
things here.
tradable.
Yeah, okay. He's going to stay 1 year. He did great things here. Let's not kid ourselves with that. again, the issue is if you're gonna run Javi Baez back out there, and Parker Meadows out there, and McKinstry out, guys, let's stop. Seriously, JV will help coach if Scuba wants to listen. If the other pitchers want, he'll help.
Right.
The Tigers are going to be in the thick of it, but if we're talking about World Series, that's not happening. You and I both know it. Oh, everybody in here knows that.
I disagree with you. I think they have a great shot at going to the World Series. Now with Valdez and Skubal, you're the one that says pitching is what counts.
It is.
And they play good small ball.
Yeah, you still got to score.
Yeah, well.
Still got to score.
Well, they scored,
let's
they
not-
scored
let's not
enough to
overly-
get they scored enough to get you into Game 7 of the championship series.
Okay. All right. And let's not act like Valdez is like he doesn't cross up his catcher. He's kind of a nutbag too. So let's not just make that, the thing that's going to get them over the hump. But we'll see.
Okay.
It's spring training. It's early. Let's see.
I agree with you though. See, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you have to be able to hit to get you there.
You got to score a run.
I think that
or
if
two.
they can hit to get them there, then I think the pitching wins it.
Yeah. Okay.
We look at what happened with the Dodgers. Ultimately, they paid for a lot of guys to hit the baseball,
Yep.
and they still had to be able to. And they got to the point where they needed to win one game, and they had pitchers.
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, everybody was screaming for Eugenio Suarez to come here last year, and I'm glad that they didn't sign him. He ended up going to Cincinnati, and he's another strikeout. To me, if you needed a player to get on base, what about Luis Arias, who ended up signing with the Giants?
Well, the thing about it is, like I said, so the Tigers don't have any stars. They have one star, Skubal and the manager. You need stars to win World Series. You need stars to win the NBA championship. I say this all the time. You need stars to win Super Bowls.
Yeah.
They don't have any stars. Like Skubal's, he can't do it all by himself. You have to have somebody else to pair with him offensively. They don't have any stars. Cole Keith going to play third again?
Well,
Okay.
Yeah. No, he makes a great point.
Well, speaking of stars, and we've always liked talking football. That's why we like Tony on, because he knows his knowledge of football.
He does.
You always said, hey, they need stars to win Super Bowls. And to me, I don't think there was any star on each side of the ball with the Patriots or the Seahawks. What do you think, Tony? I mean, genuine stars. Remember how we talked about that?
We did.
Yeah.
Gonzalez is
I think they have the Lions have really good football players, and I think we need to distinguish the difference between a star and a superstar.
Okay.
Because I think superstars dictate championships,
Okay.
not just stars. So I agree with Corey what he's saying, and just to add to his point, anybody that we watch win championships, they have superstars, not just stars. The Lions got a bunch of stars. Is anybody the best in the league at what they do?
No.
That intel kind of gives you an idea.
But what would you say happened this year, when it comes to the Seahawks? I mean, they don't really have any superstars, or the Patriots.
Well,
I mean, I know, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause
I disagree because they had the Offensive Player of the Year at receiver.
okay.
He's,
So you would say he's a superstar.
he's a superstar. He's the best player in the league on offense. He's the best player in the league on offense.
Who?
He wasn't an MVP.
Najixba.
Yeah.
Ohio State receiver.
Yeah.
But you always used to say you have to have a superstar quarterback.
No,
Most
I
of the
never
time.
believe that.
No.
No.
I mean,
no.
we get spoiled because of, we have Patrick Mahomes going every year for the last 8 years.
And Brady.
In time, yeah. So you get caught up with that. We discussed this before in
we
previous
did.
shows.
We have.
Look, either if your quarterback needs to be great or your defense needs to be great.
That's what this
To win
is
a
all
Super
about.
Bowl.
Right. That's what I've always
That's
said.
always been a recipe.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, a team without a top 10 defense
Yeah.
probably hasn't won a Super Bowl in years. We could probably look that up,
Exactly.
stats for it. But
Exactly.
if we look at Tom Brady and what New England did in his 6 championships,
Yep.
they had a top 5 even defense.
Yeah.
Every year that he won it. And the year they beat the Rams, was it 13-3 or something? Or
Yep.
in his last Super Bowl with New England? Tom is phenomenal.
Right.
But if you're not scoring,
Right. So no, I've always said, for the most part, of all the 800 million Super Bowls that have been played, you usually get a great coach and a great quarterback. There's maybe 7 or 8, 9 times you don't, and the defense is spectacular, or the quarterback manages it well.
yeah,
Like the Bears. McMahon was not good. But that you got Walter Payton, you got a defense like that. Brad Johnson, Flacco, Phil Simms. This was Phil Simms-esque, this Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You do have to have, you have to have that star. If you have it, then great. The quarterback and the star coach goes together. Very rare do you see stuff like this. This is all defense. There's some upcoming superstars, but there was more team-oriented Super Bowl. This is what that was, to me.
and anybody who would have won it would have been the same thing. If Denver would have not lost their quarterback, and they would have won it.
Right.
Right.
They still had a guy on defense though who was the best player in the league,
Yeah. Sertan.
and Surtain.
Yeah.
So you still got one guy.
Yeah.
That's better than everybody else in the league.
Right. Right.
To go back to what you were saying, Scott, you want to question the Lions. Do they have anybody on their team that's the best player in the league?
No.
Well, let me
told you.
ask you something. So,
No, they don't.
no, I agree with you.
Okay.
So, listen, where do the Lions go from here, Tony? I mean, do you have to build? I think the Lions are a couple years out. I don't think the door's closed.
I do.
But
Window.
Window's
or the window's closed.
Window closed in San Francisco.
But do you think they can rebuild through the draft? They're going to have to.
Yeah,
Right?
They can, but we're sitting here talking about it, and I think we're a little bit biased, somewhat. We Detroiters, and I think that we're sitting here debating against our own argument. We're talking about other teams and what they need. Right. Detroit needs a defense.
Yeah.
Right. If you're gonna win a Super Bowl, they got to win. They got to get some defensive players. They keep trying to cheat the game, man.
Okay.
You keep
Explain
trying to you keep trying to get mediocre guys to play in the secondary at the corner position.
Yeah.
And you got linebackers who are good players,
Mediocre.
and you got D linemen who are good players, and you keep trying to cheat it like, okay, we can be top 15, top 20 defense, like some teams who maybe won some Super Bowls, maybe luckily because they had great quarterbacks. Then they're trying to cheat it. The problem
Right.
is that it's a double negative. And what I mean by that is simple. Your quarterback is not that guy to get you to win a Super Bowl.
I've been saying that.
For your defense not to be great.
Right.
If you're going to win a Super Bowl, either one got to happen, one or the other. Either your quarterback has to be insane,
Yep.
phenomenal,
Yep.
or your defense needs to be phenomenal.
Okay, well, what if the injuries that they had, on that offensive line? That
Everybody was
I
injured.
think, again,
Everybody was injured. Let's not use
doesn't
injury.
you got to take into account for that?
I
Don't you?
take into account the fact that the last couple of years they do seem to have gotten a lot of guys hurt. But
Do you think that's the way Campbell practices?
No, I don't. I think it's just a difficult thing to kind of gauge. I look at San Fran.
Okay.
Like,
were hurt.
man, they had more people
Yeah.
hurt than anybody. And
Right.
They still were.
They
in
still
it.
made the playoffs.
They were in it. Like they were a threat.
Let's
But-
not use the injury bug.
But they got a kid. They got a guy at quarterback that can do some things too. He's really good, and it goes down. And I know this is not a part of the conversation yet, but he's mobile.
Right.
And I think people get the misconceptions about mobility. We're not asking Jared Goff to be
Right.
Lamar Jackson.
Right.
That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is you got to be able to move left, right, up, down in the pocket,
Right.
and make a good throw with your feet leveraged with you.
Okay.
And he's really bad at that.
He's bad at it. And not throw 5 picks when it
He's
counts.
really, really bad at recollecting his feet,
Yeah.
reestablishing his stance, and making a necessary throw or a balanced throw off balance where he still can make a throw because pressure is there.
I agree.
He's bad at that.
He's very
And I'm just telling you guys from experience, there's no super thing that can happen for him to be able to do that. Either you have that or you don't.
It's not going to change.
And he doesn't have that.
He doesn't have it.
So they got to get a great defense to answer your question.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we're going to shout out to Oak Park Social today for having the Cohen Bro Opinion Show here live. And we are on the Kavana Broadcast Network's YouTube channel. And if you are watching us live, give us a call at 248-250-2439 to get your call in. We'd love to talk to you. And if anybody in the bar here would like to come up and ask some questions, or if you have some comments on what we've talked about, we talk about everything, don't we, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, we do.
Absolutely.
We do.
Please.
So why don't we do this? While we have you here, Tony,
Sure.
let's talk some Wolverines football.
Okay.
It's been a while since we've been able to really talk about it, Cole.
That's true.
It's been a minute.
Legitimately talk about
There's
it.
been a lot of stuff going on with
Man,
Wolverine
we got a
football.
lot to catch up on.
And you like the new hire, right, Tony?
I do.
Okay.
Why? Why do you like the new hire?
Because
Blank?
because it goes back to what we discussed in the beginning of this conversation of experience.
Okay.
You have a head coach that comes in and he has a load of it, and it's no substitute for that. See,
Okay. Right.
He comes in with a sense of stability and structure and accountability and respectability.
Okay.
All the abilities. So, see, it's important when you're going through a situation at Michigan where you have so much chaos and unsustainability and so many bad things happening at one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Jim Harbaugh left. He's chaotic. It's almost like he just left and just
Right.
was like, hey, here, y'all can all have this.
So-
because I'm crazy and it was crazy when I was here, but y'all love me. But you know
Right.
what? I'm gone now, but it's still crazy here.
So he just left. He just said, like, do you think it got real hot for Jim? Like Jim rubs people the wrong way. He does.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
But did it get real hot? I knew he was going to leave. We always off the air.
Yep.
And I was screaming, Urban.
Well, you
Meyer."
got one. You got one. His assistant is our head coach.
There you go. There we go. So do you think Blanket got too hot?
Yeah,
of him? Where he couldn't.
Look, he saw it coming too.
Okay.
Right, and he knew that this was going to be a tough situation to get away from.
Okay.
Because we had probably done some things we weren't supposed to be doing.
Okay.
And probably have some people in the camp that shouldn't have been around. But when you're successful and you're winning, you can get away with stuff like that.
Yes.
I talk about double negatives all the time.
Yes.
And we didn't have any negatives. We were able to get away with things
Right.
because we were winning.
Right.
And we were successful. And then we won a national championship. So nobody really cares once you win it all.
Right.
Right? Nobody really wants to think about all the other stuff. But
Right.
he knew that some things were coming down the pipe. That stuff wasn't a surprise to him. And he knew that the NCAA was coming after him
Right.
because he would not cooperate when he was interviewed.
Yeah.
And the situations and the things that had happened had been discussed. He wouldn't give them the time of day. He has no respect for the NCAA.
No.
And I don't
Can't
blame him.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
They are.
So he doesn't respect that, and because he didn't respect that, they call themselves going to, go at him.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'm out. I'm leaving.
So Blank, did he cheat?
No.
He didn't?
No. Let me explain to people about this thing about signs and cheating.
Okay.
Okay? Because that's
I
buffoonery.
I like Jim. I think they win this. I think they win the national championship
listen,
anyway.
Guys,
I think they win it
they're
anyway
gonna win
without
it.
the
First of all,
that year. They're going to win it.
knowing a sign and still be able to make a play, it's just you got to be able to make the play.
Right.
I mean, you don't think other coaches have done what Michigan did across the country? Well, let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you what I know, not what my opinion is.
Okay.
It was allowed up until like 1998 to have a person go all over the country, record the other team, signs, whatever you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
It stopped because the smaller schools couldn't afford it in their budget. So they stopped allowing it in the NCAA.
Uh-huh.
So this was something that people did. This was the norm,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
all of a sudden you had to stop because the small schools couldn't hire anybody
Couldn't, yeah.
to send somebody to every game.
Yeah.
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 So that's, to me, I think that's the funniest thing in the world is people talk about, like, it just happened. Like, oh, Michigan came up with this great idea. We're going to send this dude out to every school,
Right,
and he's
right,
going to record.
Right.
Yeah, this has been going on.
Okay. Okay.
And once you do that, that's fine. But I got to tell you guys this too.
Mm-hmm.
As coaches, we know that other coaches are watching us and our signs. That's why you see them with a card
Yeah.
over their face when they
They're
make the
doing
call.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
So I don't understand. What are you going off of? You going off the sign, or you going off of what the call is?
Right.
You can't hear the call.
Right.
You don't know what the call is.
Okay.
So it kind of contradicts itself. And at the end of the day, the play still has to be made. So
You still have to make.
then I get it. We may have gotten some signs. That's fine. I think everybody did that.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that we won a national championship, and
Along with it. Yeah.
people hate Jim Harbaugh. And, ultimately, I would like to defend this.
Okay.
If they were so good at it, has this man and every staff member on his staff leave and still have success in the NFL?
Right. I agree with you.
Help me with that.
What about that, Coach?
Not even, and even him, he's been great in the NFL the last 2 years with less because he has so many guys that are hurt, like a lot of teams. So is he still in signs in the NFL too?
No, there's no question about he can coach. There's no question about that. But, people think that was the upper hand. I didn't think so.
No.
Like, it meant nothing to me. Like, I didn't really care about it. But we do have to discuss a little bit, not a lot, about the next guy that was the coach.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened there? What happened there? That was. Well, first of all, let me just say this: I never felt like he was a head coach.
Okay.
I never felt that he could. That's a big job.
That is a big job.
That's a big job.
Yeah, he was chosen.
Yeah, that dude. That's like the head coach of U of M. That's like being the Yankee shortstop. It's a huge job. It's huge. So I never felt that he was the guy for that. How did that all, do you have any, how did that all just come about? I'm going to go with this guy. I just never felt that. Never felt it.
Well, it was in the contract for Harbaugh to hire Sharon Moore. That was a part of it.
Okay.
So for people that don't know, Sharon was going to get the job because Harbaugh had it in his contract for him to get the job.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that, Mike.
Yep.
So with Whittingham now, do you think this solidifies, gives them some more, gives Michigan some stability now? Do you think
Yeah.
all these conspiracies about, sign stealing, all this is going to be put to rest now? Are we still going to see the effects of all this?
Is he a clean guy?
From
He's a clean guy.
years ago? Is Whittingham going to have to pay for this?
No. I believe they were going to come after Sharon Moore too,
Okay.
because they had some things that he had done as well.
Okay.
When it came to the computer and the emails and the text messages.
Yeah.
And I think he hit some of that stuff like Harbaugh did. And
Okay.
I think the NCAA had some stuff on him too.
Okay.
So he had already served a 2-game suspension.
Right.
And I don't believe they were done with him.
Okay.
So that's just my opinion. The other thing is, I'm gonna say this real quick, guys, and I'll come back to the question. They're always gonna find something
Yeah.
if you're a champion. If you look at the NCAA, it's so jaded right now. The complaint about Indiana was they got 30-year-olds
Right.
playing college football. They're the oldest team in the country.
Right.
And they're better than everybody else because of that. All right. So they're always going to come up with something. But to go back to Sharon, the thing is, he was going to be the guy. Was he equipped
To be the guy.
to be the guy?
Yeah.
I think that he needed seasoning, and I think he needed experience. I think he needed time, and he was thrown in there, and I don't think he was ready for that. And I have these conversations with my brother Joe, and just with some of my buddies as well, my college teammates. Guys, do we realize how difficult it is to be 30 years old and be ahead of something?
Yeah.
And
Like that.
like that? Like he's the first, African American head football coach at University of Michigan. He's in his 30s.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Big responsibility.
And I compared him to all the things that I've seen over the years. I looked at Kobe when Kobe had his scandal. I look at Tiger Woods when he had his scandal.
The coach up the street.
I look at he's older though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So shame on
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He's older.
Yeah, he's older.
Everybody else is in their 30s.
Yeah.
If you look at a lot of things that happen to people at that level,
Early 30s.
they're in their 30s.
Yeah.
They make a lot of bad decisions. We made a lot of bad decisions in our 30s.
Yes, we do.
So the thing is, though, if you don't have somebody close to you, somebody solid that you can go to that's going to help you make better decisions, he's going to make bad decisions like that. And it got to the point where, in my opinion, when he was with that young lady, that wasn't new. That had been going on. He was in love with that woman. Whew. That wasn't like some regulars. He went to her first.
I didn't know that, Blank.
I mean, he went to her house first. That's the first place he went when it hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the sign right there.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
He didn't go to his
He didn't go to-
buddies,
yeah,
his best
yeah.
friend. He went to the source.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, he was in love with her. That's just my opinion. The difficult part of it is I don't think he had the right people around him. I think he was a young guy, and I think because him being that young and not having the person that he could reel him back in and tell him, hey, look, man, you gotta shut this down.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
And I don't think he had that person. I think that the job was way, way too big for him in that way. I do like
The job was too big.
it was, but I liked him as a coach, though.
You did?
Yeah, see, I mean, you debated about this before.
Okay.
Do you think he's done coaching forever?
No, I don't think so. I think he'll find a job. No question about it.
You think so?
Detroit Loyola?
He ain't doing that.
Like major job, like a serious, like
No, I think he'll get a college job. I don't think it'll be major. I think that he'll have to, fight his way through. This country is forgiving.
offensive line coach.
Yeah, for sure.
Something like that?
For sure. He'll work his way back up.
Okay.
Because the credibility is there. He won some games without Harbaugh.
He did.
And then he won as a head coach, too.
He did.
Now, up to expectations that we like, maybe not.
Yeah.
Is he the guy that we can see like win a national championship?
Yeah.
Not without bringing the right people in to help him do it.
Yeah.
And I think that was my issue. I never felt like he was able to bring in the right people to make him great.
Okay.
And I think sometimes that's ego.
Okay.
And you don't have a quarterback coach who can help a kid up there, and that's a problem for me. You're an offensive line guy. You run the football. You're good at it, but yet you don't have anybody to help Underwood
They don't
develop.
They
And
don't.
Then
They
that's a
didn't.
problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And,
That's a problem.
and I think that's ego. I think that's him thinking he could do
Yeah,
it.
he could. No, you can't.
No,
we
you
have
can't.
a young man here that wants to come up. And
Yeah.
We go off the cusp here. We don't have to. You don't have to the script. So this is what we do. So-
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hi, what's your name? Hi, my name's Doug. Hi, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
How are you, Doug?
Hi, Doug. Anybody else? Any more questions? Any other questions? You can come up to the.
I got the mic turned up there for him.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Doug.
Michigan fan.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I've always thought about with Sharon is he's a great recruiter, and that
Yeah.
was really a big part of what he did for the organization. And when Jim left, the organization was in flux. It was a dumpster fire waiting to happen.
Yeah.
And with today's portal capability out there,
Yep.
Yeah.
you've got Sharon, who has relationships with not only these kids, but with their family.
Yep.
So when we look at an organization that was looking to provide some level of stability, the reason why they went with him was because he was going to be able to keep this group of kids together with the hope that they were going to be able to finally find somebody to come in and steer that ship. I don't think that anybody ever had expectations that he was a great game day coach.
Okay.
There were
Right.
times, unfortunately, I watched him on the sideline and he looked lost to me.
Yeah, yeah.
It was hard for me to watch at times, but I think he maintained the organization of those players.
Yeah.
And that's what he really brought to Blue.
Great point.
Do you think? Let me hold on 1 second. Are you okay with the new hire? You like this?
I love Kyle. I think he brings a level of stability and coaching chops that we didn't have previously.
Sure.
Okay.
And I think he has again nationwide respect. I mean, when I look at when I look at Urban, who says the one guy that I can see being the absolute best hire for this organization,
We came close.
being Kyle.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And you gotta love that.
I agree with your point.
Yes.
And we didn't bring that up. It's a great point for you to bring up. The recruiting aspect of it, that he was able to sustain Michigan football
Yes.
Yeah.
when Jim Harbaugh left because his recruiting was elite.
Okay.
And he did bring in great players, and we were able to have continued great players, continuing the program to make it still a successful program.
And to that end, I could see him finding a way back into coaching.
Absolutely.
kind of in that capability. An offensive line coach,
Yep.
but really getting out in people's living rooms and
Yep.
finding a way.
Oh, he
to
definitely
get
can
them in.
recruit. He's good at it.
Interesting.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And now we have our good buddy, Joe, EVJ from Corona, California. Jojo, are you on the phone? Do I hear you? What do we got here? Joe.
Is he piped in?
Joe.
Yeah,
Are you
can
there?
you hear me?
We can
you
hear
hear me?
you, Joe.
We got
Okay.
I thought you were golfing today, but you said you decided not to golf.
No, I was not golfing today, Scott.
So you're just
Although
sitting back
it would
in
have been a perfect day to
you're
golf.
just sitting back in the mansion and with your wine. And I think in the last text you said you were watching USA take on Germany, and the puck just dropped. Am I correct?
That's correct. That is correct.
Is it time to drink wine? Is it time to drink wine right now?
Yep.
What time?
It's always time to drink wine.
Yeah, there
Corey.
you go. It's
Always.
always time to drink wine.
All right.
Well, Joe, you were kind of our Red Wings insider, and we kind of wanted to jump into the Red Wings for just a bit. I don't want to keep you. Now that the Olympics are at hand, how do you feel the Red Wings have fared so far at, what would you call this, the halfway point of the season? Or a little over the halfway point?
Yeah, a little past the halfway. They're actually in a good position to make a strong playoff run. So I would say they're achieving pretty much what people had hoped they would be able to achieve this season. So I would say things are thumbs up for now.
So Joe, you see them in the playoffs. So is there a trade deadline with this?
Yeah, we got a trade. We got the trade window opening back up in late February after the Olympics.
Okay.
Is opening. That's going to be a relatively short window. I think it closes in early to mid-March.
Okay.
And the Red Wings. Most Red Wing fans, analysts across the league, look at the Red Wings as being a team that really needs a little bit of help from the trade deadline, and to make some kind of move if they really are serious about pushing forward into the playoffs. They have a couple holes that really need to be filled.
Okay.
And there's some players out there, and there's some things that they could do. There's a lot of talk, the Red Wings are in a lot of discussions about bringing in a couple players. In particular, they need most analysts say they need a number 2 second line center.
Okay.
And or a bruising forward, scoring forward.
Okay.
And a defenseman, a top-notch, top-level defenseman.
So Joe, if you're Stevie Y, what do you do? Who do you grab? Like what? I don't. You have to educate me on that.
There's a good number of players, but there's some guys that are at the top of the heap. There's no real huge names. We missed out on probably the best player available, dude named Quinn Hughes, who was played with Vancouver and he got traded to freaking Minnesota. That dude is an incredible defenseman. He's an offensive defenseman, a great skater, young. His brother Jack Hughes is playing in the NHL as well. And they're just a big hockey family. Both the Hughes brothers are playing on Team USA right now, and they're both standouts.
Okay.
But Quinn Hughes, we missed out on it. It was going to be tough for us to bring him into Detroit. Mainly because of the money we would have had to pay him.
Okay.
We have a couple big contracts and people that we have a limited cap space that we have to deal with, and there's a couple names that are at the top of the list, and I'm kind of looking at. There's a couple guys, dude named Robert Thomas, who's playing with the Rangers right now, New York Rangers. I think he's with the Rangers. He might be with St. Louis.
Okay.
He's an elite center, and he's pretty young, and he's already signed. He's not going to have a major impact on our cap space. He's just signable, but he's an elite type guy, and he could come in and easily fill the hole at number 2 center. The number 2 center currently is Kopp, Andrew Kopp, who he's a former U of M teammate with Dylan Larkin, who is he's a legitimate NHL star. Kopp is he's a solid player. He's got size. He's got some tenure in the NHL, so he's a solid NHL player, but he's not like a number 2 center, which is where he's playing at now.
Okay, so is Yzerman cheap? This is what I'm hearing.
Dude, I think you could pretty much say that across the professional sports teams in Detroit. You can say that about everybody.
Okay.
And I'd say Yzerman has demonstrated over his 6 years as the GM that he is resoundingly thrifty, I guess you could say.
Frugal. Is that the word, frugal?
Well, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, he's extremely frugal.
Okay. All right. Do they win?
Yeah,
especially with the way the caps are now. I mean, they couldn't go out and spend like they did back in the 90s.
Well, how far do they go? Let's get that. How far do they go?
Dude, I've always told you, man, it comes down to that goaltender.
Okay.
And this guy, John Gibson, he's an aging goaltender. We got him from Anaheim on a trade in the offseason, which was really a good move. He played terribly to start off the season, and everybody was saying, "Oh my goodness, what have we done? We've we've set ourselves up for another disappointing season." And then that dude, over the last couple of months, just he's a streaky goaltender and always has been, and he has just turned it around 180 and became one of the best goaltenders over the last couple of months. So take away the first month of the season, and that dude's at the top of the heap in the NHL.
Okay.
So we're in your final comments, JoJo, before I let you go, because I know I want you to get back to watching your USA versus Germany and drinking your bottle of wine in your mansion. Listen, where do you think they end up this year? You think they end up at the top of the heap? Do you think they make a run in the playoffs?
I've watched a lot of the other. I've watched some of the other top teams play. In Detroit, they have really a handful of guys that are great offensively, and if their goalie literally stands on his head for the entire playoffs and doesn't get injured, you could I could see Detroit making a run. I think Detroit would be a dangerous team for one of the top teams.
Well,
being Colorado, we saw them right before the Olympic break. Colorado came in Detroit and waxed us 5-0.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The next 2 nights later, though, we go into Colorado and we take care of business, dude. We looked like a totally different team. We whooped them 2-0.
Well, excuse me, Joe.
So
the Red Wings, they're the only hope. So they have to. I'm counting on them more than.
They're the only hope for Detroit, Coach?
Yeah, I like Cade and the gang, but I'm counting on them more than Lions, Tigers. Like the Red Wings have to do
The
it.
Pistons?
I like the Pistons. I really do. Cade's a superstar.
There you go.
He's a
Cade
superstar.
is a superstar. He
Yes,
really is.
But I'm counting on
really
I'm counting on the Red Wings because they're the tradition. The Lions haven't won anything. The Tigers haven't won since '84. So, and the Pistons haven't won. So the Red Wings need to get back to hockey town stuff. So I'm counting on them because I think they are on their way to do something, to do something good here. So yeah, hopefully, because we know, the Lions and Tigers aren't.
They could. I don't see them winning a cup this year, given their current roster. But
Okay.
you know, if Eiserman makes the moves, if they spend the money to
Okay.
get the players here,
Okay.
they could do it. You know, I mean, they can bring in a solid team and get, you know, if they have two solid forward lines and a grinding third line, and have four, you know, top notch, you know, NHL level defensemen and a goalie, you know, they're going to be hard to beat.
Okay.
You know, this kid Alex DeBrincat is has played above his
I like DeBrincat.
his annual you know point production.
Okay.
And he's been great. Lucas Raymond scored an incredible goal last night in the Olympics. It was incredible. You know, and today we got Dylan Larkin playing against Moritz Seider.
Okay.
In U.S. versus Germany. So, you know, we did see one key injury.
Wrap him up.
You know, with the Kings, I think is Adrian, not Kempe, but Fiala, Kevin Fiala went down. Looked like he busted his leg up real bad. He had surgery and he's done for the season. So that dude was a star on LA Kings, and now they're without him for the rest of the season. So that's going to also be a key to, you know, as the Olympics play out, is, you know, injuries. You know, hopefully there won't be any, you know, serious injuries. Team Canada looks very, very good. You know, so it's going to be a tough road for the U.S. team to win the gold, but they look outstanding as well.
Well, Joe, I'm going to let you go, man, because I know it's a lot to take you away from that TV screen. So listen, glad to hear from you. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
We'll let you get back to that
Likewise,
wine.
good to hear you guys too. Happy post Valentine's Day, and you know, I was listening to Tony talk about the Lions, and you know, they need a defense. There's no doubt. You know, and I think his commentary on Goff is you know, it's accurate at the least. You know.
So when I say it, why is it not accurate? I say it all the time.
No, what you say is accurate until you say he can never win anything. That's where Tony kind of stops there. Tony's commentary talks about his feet, his ability to make a play even under pressure. You just say he can't win. So
Do I-
you know, and I'm always a little bit more
I tell
positive.
why.
That I think
That's
that
all.
they can maybe.
Do I have to speak the obvious?
I think they can.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Do I have to speak the obvious? We know all that good stuff. Blank just knows more. But we know this. Come on. All right. Yeah. I'm sorry, Joe.
All right, JoJo. All right. Thanks for coming on with us tonight, man.
Hey, I know nothing then, so you know. I'll just put all those comments in my pocket and go
Glad
sit
you're
in
doing
front
well,
of the
Joe.
TV that I can't pull myself away from.
Gotcha.
Nice to hear from you, man.
Thanks, man.
All right,
Have a good one, brother.
You guys all take care.
All right, Joe.
Have
Love
a
you,
great
bro.
day.
Yep.
All right.
All right,
Later.
JoJo.
Yep.
Take care. EBJ from Corona, California, our Red Wings insider. And you are watching the Cohen Bro Opinion Show right here on the Kavana Broadcast Network on YouTube. And we are live here at Oak Park Social. And they are open Monday through Sunday. And this is the first gastropub in Oak Park. Jared just gave me that thing. What is a gastropub?
That's a good question.
Do you know what a gastropub is?
I have no idea.
Do you know what a gastropub is, Jared? Okay, why don't you find out?
we need to know that.
Maybe we can have Alex or somebody come up here and tell us what.
I'm surprised Jared doesn't know right off the rip. Jared's
Is
smart.
it because they sell gassy foods? Like
Gastropub.
Gastro?
I don't know. I don't know what gastropub is.
Yeah, figure that out.
Does anybody know what a gastropub is? Anybody out there?
He does.
You do? You know what a gastropub is?
Come on up.
Come on up
to the
again.
mic. Anybody have any questions or comments? Come up to the mic. Feel free.
So
Yeah.
gastro's all.
No, you're good.
Gastro's all about food. That's
Okay.
the gastrointestinal, right? So it's food and beverage, and they have a great menu in this place.
Yes, they
They
do.
do. They
Yes,
do.
they do.
So with that great menu, along with the beer menu and the spirits, so
Yep.
that's the whole idea behind gastro.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Shout out to Alex.
Food and brews.
Thank
And
you.
I do have one question for
Yes,
you
go
guys,
ahead.
for you guys to
Yeah.
consider.
Please.
Okay, does Illich's spending with the Tigers either add a plus for the Red Wings, or is it not bode well for them? Is Ilitch going to open up his purse strings knowing that the trade deadline is coming along for the Wings, knowing what he just did in terms of the money that he has spent with the Tigers? Curious.
Well, I think on that, his father's always spent on the Wings.
Yeah.
And when his father's always spent on the
on
Tigers
both.
too. Chris is kind of he's kind of more conservative in the spending. I honestly think they're going to stand pat for the Tigers. I think if anything, they make a move with the Wings. What do you think, Co? Think they're going to make a move with the Wings?
Well, the whole spending with Verlander, all of that was just smoke and mirrors. That was just, yeah. I mean, you know, Scuba won't be here, so you had to bring in. So I think they will do a little bit with the Wings. I really do, because, like I said, this is it's been a minute since the Red Wings have. So I think you take a look at what they did with the. I think they will. I think they will add. A piece here or a piece there to get the Red Wings, closer to where they need to be. So, yeah.
What do you think, Tony?
I think that in the past, the Ilitch family, they definitely committed and invested into the Red Wings and the Tigers, of course, but especially the Red Wings, and that's why you saw Stanley Cups.
Yep.
And if that is to happen again, you'll get a chance to see Stanley Cups. You got to spend some money.
Got to spend some money.
I think that the Tigers, they're doing it a little bit with the Tigers as well. And I don't think it's smoke and mirrors. I respect what C is saying, but I think you have to try to win now. I don't think that the Tigers are in a situation where they're trying to, they got a great farm club. They're already building it. They're trying to win now. I think that's why they made the moves they made, which is great. And the Red Wings even have a great farm team as well. Their club is good. So at the end of the day, if Ilitch is willing to do what his dad was willing to do, you'll see champions on both ends.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. I'm going to say something that I thought I would never say.
Really?
Yeah.
What is that?
Detroit has the opportunity to be the greatest sports city in America. I mean, just think about it. They have the opportunity to be the greatest sport city in America. Like, if the Lions do their part, the Pistons look like they're on their way. The Red Wings, you got both of the colleges. Like we always put that.
Right.
We always put Michigan and Michigan State basketball.
Yeah.
Michigan football. They have an opportunity. Like, just think about it. It's not New York. It's not. You know what I mean? Like, it's right here. It's
Michigan basketball.
Michigan basketball. It's for the taking. So I think they have an opportunity.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, they do. They do. They just need to keep at it and do it the right way and make the right decision. So it was a start with the Tigers, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, since we're kind of on the football thing, in success, how do you like the Michigan State hire of Pat Fitzgerald, Tony? You think that kind of solidifies that program after kind of what they've gone through the last few years?
I think that remains to be seen. He's been away from it for a minute.
Okay.
And he wasn't very good his last couple of years.
Okay.
He won one game at Northwestern, I think, in 2 years or something like that. They were really bad. If he could get some players in the portal to come to Michigan State, then I believe that he has the wherewithal as a coach to get the players to buy in.
Yeah.
Because I think he does have that girth. He has that mental toughness about him where he can build with toughness. And because he's that kind of a guy. But look, I'm living it just myself from experience, guys. I don't care how much you know. You got to have some players, man.
If you don't
have any players, all that knowledge doesn't. You ain't gonna be able to outcoach anybody who got the
stupid stuff.
Bad dudes on the other side, man.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're not
you can. I got great schemes. I got great preparation. I got great adjustments. And then a guy hits my kid in the mouth, and it doesn't matter. You got to have some players.
Yeah, right. You better have players.
If he can get some players up there at State, then I believe he can do a good job. I believe he's that good of a coach. But it's going to come down to whether or not they'll, in this day and time, it's different.
Yeah.
The portal, NIL, is different. It's not the old school way.
It's not the old school way.
I think that, I'll finish with this. I think that had things not been the way they were, I think he would have been perfect for Michigan State. I think that his personality would have been perfect for them.
Yeah.
If things were like the old school way, even with D'Antoni. I think that he would, like, if you'd have followed D'Antoni, I think that would have been great for Michigan State. Not now necessarily.
Yeah. He's got to make the playoffs second year.
Jesus Christ.
He's got to. I was screaming again. I screamed.
Fitzgerald?
What?
He's got to. He's got, because what are we doing? What are we doing if he doesn't? He's got to make second year. He's
Like
got to make
everybody else, winning 7 or 8 games and trying to win a bowl game.
See, there you go. What is that?
But does bowl games even mean anything
No,
anymore?
they don't.
They help you
Money-wise,
Yeah,
maybe.
they try to it keeps revenue in the universities.
Yeah.
And TV.
But I mean, but you see so many teams go to the bowls, and a lot of these seniors decide to skip out, and
Yeah.
you're not really seeing the full team that you've seen
Yeah.
during the season.
No.
So it's kind of
well, you get to younger guys a lot more playing time.
okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they get a lot more reps, and they get a whole extra few weeks of practice in preparation for the next season.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're able to kind of display what you're trying to do for your program to the portal guys who are looking.
Okay.
So it's a dress rehearsal.
Yeah. Should have hired Urban Meyer.
Listen, we've talked about we've talked about the Tigers, Lions. We've gone over the Wolverines, the Red Wings. What
Just
other
good
stuff? Do you have any some stuff other
Pistons.
than the sport? Any sport?
Pistons.
Michigan basketball is going to be number one in the country.
Well, Michigan, you know what? And I'm going to say this too, and people are going to, and Blank, you might even frown upon this. Michigan, the University of Michigan, is a basketball school, more so to me. I get it. It's just think, hear me out, Blank.
I love it when you get under his skin. I love it.
Michigan is a basketball school. Now, you guys are fortunate enough to have a great football program. Just think back. Fab Five, right? Higgins and the gang. Glenn Rice, right? Beeline.
Great coach.
Look at what Dusty, they're always
Great
in
coach.
it.
Great coach. They do. Listen.
They're always there.
You know-
National championship, they have just as many, they have Michigan football has 2. But what I'm saying is,
No, we actually have more than 2, but
national championships,
yeah.
football?
Yeah.
97 and this one.
We won in the 40s.
Oh, okay. But what I'm saying, Blank, it's time to acknowledge Michigan as a basketball school. They're just as good as State as far as that. You know, they're in it all the time.
Yeah. You know what? This.
Of course, it's always going to be football. Football is key.
That's a good debate to go off of. The fact that we have had a lot of success. We've had
Basketball.
some really good coaches, and we have made some Final Fours.
Yeah.
And we have made some Sweet
National
16s.
championship, yeah.
Yeah, we ain't won no national championship.
89, right?
Hey, that
That was with Rice.
that was 40 years ago.
I understand it. But what I'm saying, they're to be recognized. You're alumni. They're to be recognized.
They
as a
are to be
basketball
recognized, but no, we can't say we're a basketball school. We haven't won a national championship in 40 years.
school. I'm just saying.
Well, listen, we've had some people come in on Tony's Facebook.
Yeah.
Some comments. Do you have them, Jared? Are you going to place them up, or do you want Tony to read them off? I do it. All right, why don't you put them up, and we'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
You going to have it on the screen behind us? Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh, right here. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. And while we are pause for station identification, we want to thank the Oak Park Social for having the Go and Bro Opinion
Yes.
Show out.
Yes.
This is our first time, and hopefully we'll be back again.
$10 burger special too.
Yeah.
guys. $10 burger
Yes.
special. Burger and fries. Double
I did
double
thank Alex.
cheeseburger. Yeah.
What do we got here? Do you have anything off it you could read? What do you think? We're working out the kinks.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
There it is.
Wings are still a couple of ways away. We have a ton of youth in Grand Rapids. I agree with Brian from Michigan.
Okay.
How you doing, Brian?
They need an offensive line. I'm assuming he's talking about the Lions.
Yep.
And let's see here. He better after the way last year ended with Larkin. Yeah, I agree with him with that.
He's got to spend. Okay.
Yep, he's got to spend. Patrick Kane, yes, for sure. Tony. We have anything else over there, Jared? Let's see. That's it. That's it? Okay.
I got some stuff.
Oh, he's got some stuff.
Well,
kind
it's just people saying hello. That's all.
Well,
Okay.
let's give him a shout out.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Give a shout out.
Shout out to my.
We always appreciate them, Colin.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, James Miller.
James Miller.
Great friend of mine, colleague of mine at Levy Middle School, assistant principal. He's a big Detroit sports fan.
Nice.
All the sports. We debate about those daily.
Yes.
Bob Berg, coach here in the city, and great guys.
Shout out to Bob.
Shout out to Eric Pate, who's one of the reasons I left high school to go coach at Wayne State.
Okay.
That's a good friend of mine. Appreciate Tanya Champion, a Michigan alum. Fat Chris is one of my former players, played for me.
It's a good list.
So yeah, good group of people.
James says you are the sports guru. I agree with that,
Appreciate
Tony.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And my cousin Fee, I love you. She's on there too. Thank you.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody for that.
Yeah, thank everybody.
Well, listen, what else do we want to talk about, Cole?
Does anybody have any comments, any questions?
Anybody else out there?
Anybody else in the audience have any comments or questions who want to come up and comment on what
we got some
what
family
we're talking
out in the
about?
audience. Hey, we got
one.
another guy coming
We got
up.
the Lions. Everybody thinks they're going to make Super Bowl. They're not. The Tigers, World Series, they're
Let me
not.
make sure I pull them up here.
And-
What's up, guys?
How you
Hey,
doing,
how's it going? What's your name?
My name is Dave. How are you guys?
We're doing good, Dave.
We're good. Doing good, Dave.
What do you got to ask?
So here's my question.
Sure.
Big Lions fan. Obviously, we got a lot of holes, a lot of question marks and things. We have new offensive mind coming in and backup to help them, which makes me happy because I think Dan Campbell is a better head coach when he's not calling plays.
Oh, I agree with you.
He is not a good in-game coach when he's calling plays.
Okay.
Is Shepard the right defensive coordinator for us? Because I didn't like his in-game adjustments, and I question it.
I do too.
I didn't like that we had to change both coordinators last year. You know when you're good, you're going to lose a coordinator. That happens, right? That's to be expected. That comes with being good. But to lose them both in the same season kind of sucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Johnny Morton experience John Morton.
John Morton, okay.
Was horrible.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us called that ahead of time. And
How do you feel about the Drew Petzing signing?
So it's not sexy, right?
Right.
And then it's easy for the amateur fan to go, who is this? I don't like this. But
Right.
When you look into it and you look at what he wants to do, it fits what the Lions want to be. The fact that he wants to run multiple tight ends is very appealing, but scary in the same sense because that means we need more tight ends.
Right.
And we already have a lot of holes to fill.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's exciting and scary at the same time.
Great point.
So I kind of like that. I also like that we also brought in the coach from the Giants in case it almost felt like a safeguard so that Dan wouldn't have to call plays.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Good point.
But I'm still not sold on Shep. And I think he's a good coach, and I think the players like him. He's great. I just don't feel like he had those in-game adjustments.
yeah.
But Tony, I'll let you answer that one. But before I do is a lot of it because of the secondary injuries, like with Branch and Joseph coming out? It's kind of hard to play up to expectation when you have so many injuries in the secondary, just like they had in on the defensive line last year.
Listen, that plays a part. I agree with the fact that losing Brian Branch, that was huge. Losing Joseph, huge. It's not the reason, though.
Okay.
To his point, and he makes a great point. Guys, at the end of the day, he's a first-year defensive coordinator. For whatever reason, the Lions chose to stay in-house when it came to their coordinators. If you look at successful NFL teams, they go and get experienced guys, and they bring them into their organization. The Lions fall in love with their people, and they keep them, and then they let them kind of grow. Players and coaches. And that's not the recipe for success, unfortunately. It just has never been, and doesn't show.
Yeah.
Shepard is a good football coach.
Yep.
Time will tell if he's going to be a good coordinator. He's not yet. There's no substitute for what we talked about. Go back to the beginning of the conversation. There's no substitute for experience.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do except go through it and try to get better. So they're going to see this year if he's better.
You go back 2 years ago when we would come on the field, they didn't necessarily fear our defense, but they feared our offense, right?
Yes.
Last year, they didn't fear either side.
Right.
No. That's
There was
true.
no rhythm on offense
No.
at all.
Yeah.
And the defense, they had a couple good games here and there, but I think it was a right matchup and one right scheme.
Right.
It wasn't an adjustment. Out of halftime, I get scared.
Yeah.
That's a great point
Yeah.
because they were bad. If you look at the stats, they were really
They were bad.
bad,
They were bad.
all year.
They're bad.
in the second half, which means that coaching-wise, you're not making in-game adjustments, as you mentioned earlier. They're really bad at making in-game adjustments because there's the lack of experience. You know, you got a person that's that young, and he's a coordinator, and he's still trying to figure out, how to make the adjustments according to everything that's going on, including the injuries.
Yeah.
But you still got to be able to figure out what a team is good at and what they're trying to do to you and how you can stop it.
Yeah.
Shepard just wasn't good at that yet. And that's going to take some time, guys.
And with all respect, too, when Glenn was coaching here initially, everyone was calling for his head. I don't think he was a good defensive coordinator out of the gate. I think he got better as it went on.
He did.
And that's the problem. We don't have time to teach.
I disagree with it. I disagree with Glenn was good. Glenn wasn't good. Shepard's not good. Campbell's not good.
Do you think they dropped the ball in letting Mike McDaniels leave out of here to be?
No. I'm going to give myself credit. I said it's going to be a coordinator thing this year. This is going to be the thing. All the coordinators left. They got to blame somebody. They blame Morton. They didn't bring in the right people, like Blank said. You have to make a splash at some point.
Yeah. Yes.
Not necessarily him from the. I don't really buy into him, but Morton and Shepard, they're not it.
Yeah.
So that puts it on Campbell to me, because you guys know this. The GM and Campbell, you know this.
Yeah, they do.
Campbell's not great enough to just come out and just have these two coordinators. He's not.
No.
He's not. So, no, they need to look other places to get new coaches and get somebody in here who knows what they're doing. Shepard's not the answer right now. He's just not.
So to your point about the offensive side, real quick.
Yes.
I think if nothing else, at least they did go get a guy who coached NFL games and was an offensive coordinator at Arizona.
Yep.
So at least they have a guy who's done it. Whether or not Arizona was successful or not, he has in-game experience. He's done it before multiple years.
With running backs that I'm not necessarily in love with either. I don't necessarily love the running backs, and he got productivity out of them. So that is very appealing.
He did.
And again, it fits what they want to do, right? Running multiple tight ends. It's that smash mouth football, but we got to get the offensive line right.
Right.
Yeah,
and then we
do.
got to get some more tight ends if that's what we're doing.
Yeah, you do.
Do you think that's a tall order, though, Tony?
It is, because you don't have enough, like you said, you don't have time. You don't have time to do. Look, you got to figure out draft-wise who you're going to bring in to help you. Are you going to, deal with the fact that you need an offensive line to help develop and get going? Or are you going to go defensively and try to get somebody to help out Hutch? Are you going to go and get some corners? Are you going to go and get some linebackers? Or are you going to get some tight ends?
Hutch said he didn't need any help.
That's so much. That's a lot, man.
Is Laporta even going to? I don't even know what Laporta's status is.
I don't either.
Brock Wright got hurt too, and so it's like, where do we go? Where do we go from there?
And I was actually shocked because if you remember last year, Trey McBride, who ended up playing with Arizona last year, he was on the Lions.
Got a lot of work.
In the practice squad.
Got a lot of work.
The tight end, Trey
Yes.
McBride?
Towards the end of the year, he was on the practice squad.
No, that's the different guy.
No.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yes.
The tight end.
Yes.
Trey McBride is an all pro.
You have a lot of work to do.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's not the same guy. I'm telling you.
I was thinking to myself, why did they get rid of this guy?
No, that's not him.
Are you sure?
That's not him.
I think we got to get him a water over here.
I guess so.
You guys have a lot of work to do.
I know.
I'm just telling you, as a guy that's watched the whole NFL forever, your window closed in San Francisco. That's what it is.
Jeez, that was tough.
Then you come back and you lose. You have
coordinators.
You have home field, and you got blown out by Washington. When does it stop for Lions fans to say that was it? Golf is getting older. Your backs. It's not going to happen.
And we would have beat KC that year too.
In the Super Bowl?
Yes. Yeah. That was our window. That was our year, and we would have won it.
Yep.
And now it's at a point to where we've paid in our all of our own players.
Yep.
not leaving us
That's-
room
it's
to
more
go
to
out
it.
and get people,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And then you have injuries and
Yep.
stuff, and
It's more to it than that. Yeah,
too
yeah,
much.
like you're saying, you're right. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, until the Lions decide to follow a blueprint of success that the NFL has been doing for
Yep.
100 years,
Yep.
they're going to continue to do what they've always done,
Yep.
keep getting what they've always got.
Yep.
You got to do something different if you want different. If you want to do something different, you got to do something different.
There you go.
You do what you've always done, you're going to get what you always got.
you go.
You can't keep playing with your same players that's on your roster from previous years.
Right.
You got to bring in some guys and take a chance.
Right.
To shake up the locker room. You can't be afraid to bring a guy in and hope that he fits your culture. You have to make sure he fits your culture by the leadership that's in your locker room.
Yeah.
That's how that happens.
Well put.
So at the end of the day, and then as far as coaching as well too, you can't keep coaching and bringing coaches from within. They did, offensive coordinator wise, they did a good job this time. Look, I don't know how good the guy is, but at least they didn't do what they've always done.
Right.
At least they brought a guy in who, he's
Right.
got some in-game experience. So that's a good thing.
Right.
So now you've seen a little bit of a cantankerous.
Thank you, sir.
David
Thank
Morgan.
you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
You've seen the cantankerous David Montgomery.
Yeah.
Do you think you leverage him in a trade to get a tight end or maybe an offensive player?
Yes.
Get a
Yeah.
quarterback, but okay.
Yeah.
Get a
Listen,
quarterback?
You're going to have to make some type of, as Corey calls it, a splash. You're going to have to do something, because it ain't just going to fall in your lap.
Right.
You're missing picks during the draft. You don't have a third round, and that's huge
Yep.
because you could have got you a tight end in that third round pick.
Yeah.
You've made some really bad decisions last year, and that's something we haven't even brought up or discussed yet.
Yeah. That's for a whole nother
Brad
show.
Holmes was, and we can talk about this later. He was that group was horrible.
He's terrible.
Last year.
He's terrible.
That was a terrible rookie group.
Yeah.
But previous year they were so good, so you get away with it. But what you have to think about now too is you're thinking about Gibbs. You got to pay Gibbs.
Yeah. You got to pay.
And we all know about running backs.
Yeah. Shelf life.
Look,
We got. Yeah. We got anybody else who want to comment? Have a question or make some comments on what we've talked
Anybody
about?
in the back? Yeah?
Anybody at the bar? I know everybody's drinking, but anybody at the bar? Comments?
No comments.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
No questions?
What else do we have before we dip out of here?
I think we've covered pretty much everything.
Well,
Michigan sports.
you said something about Holly Berry.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
No, I was just saying, if you guys don't have anything to do, go check out the new Halle Berry movie.
Lord.
Crime 101, Blank. Go check it out.
Is that new?
Yeah, it just came out Friday.
Just came out.
It came out Friday. I'm
I heard
surprised.
somebody posted about that on.
Yeah, it's got
Facebook.
5 stars.
Yeah, they said it was a good movie.
Yeah, I know it's a good
But
movie.
well, you're biased. You were in love with her,
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Halle Berry.
That doesn't stop the
Halle
good
Berry-
acting though.
Hey, I saw a movie with her about a week ago, and it was weird. It was some old. They were living in the woods. What was that? With the kids.
You don't know that off the top of your head?
What was that?
That was with the kids. That was
Yeah, they had to wear the rope to try to go further in the woods.
Oh yeah, that was a scary.
Yeah, a little scary movie, but it was what?
Well, she was just showing her different sides of comedy and horror, and she's the second best actress since Meryl Streep. So is Meryl Streep and Halle Berry. So she was just showing her range of acting. Blank. I remember that movie too. Yeah, go check it out, man.
Second best.
I'm
actress.
surprised you guys didn't see for Valentine's Day. Like make that a date.
What?
I don't know. I'm good. But yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Oh yes.
Well, listen, everybody. We would like to thank the Oak Park Social for having us come out here, and our special guest here in the bar.
Yep.
The Gastropub.
Gastropub.
First Gastropub.
Food.
Yes.
Thank you for the questions and comments, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you to EVJ for getting up off of his. He looked like he was winded running from room to room when he was talking.
Really?
Yeah, he sounded like he was winded a little bit.
Too much wine.
Yeah, might have been too much wine. And of course, we want to thank Jared, our producer.
Yeah, Jared's the best.
Jared is the man.
Jared is the man.
We will.
And Riley.
Thank you, Riley.
Riley.
The up and comer.
Yes.
Yeah, the up and comer. Thank you, Riley. Absolutely. We appreciate you, man. We'll be back. When will we be back? A couple of weeks? 2 weeks?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're hoping to be back here. We want to thank Alex. Who was the other guy? Who was his partner?
He didn't tell me his name. I'm sorry. He didn't tell me his name. He's just a business partner.
Okay, well, we want to thank him too.
We'll thank him. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go up to the bar and thank him. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Well, listen, everybody. You can catch us on the Co and Bro Opinion Show on Spotify, Apple, your favorite iHeart, your favorite podcasting platform. We've been around a while for people that don't really know us. We talk about everything, and not just sports.
Yeah.
This is the first time Tony's been back with us in a while, and we're so glad to have Tony back with us.
Yeah, Tony's back.
Missed you guys, man. Great
Yeah,
to be
we
back.
missed you guys
Thank
too.
you.
We miss you, yeah.
And we hope that you guys like us on YouTube, Kavana Broadcast Network.
Follow us.
Follow us on Kavana Broadcast Network, and follow us at Cohen Bro Opinion Show on Instagram.
Yep.
And Facebook.
Yeah.
And all that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, I gotta remember all these social media stuff because my daughter will the social media guru will tell me something different. But that's the whistle to get out of here, folks. We'll see you next time right here on the
Thank you.
and Bro Opinion Show.
Thanks.
You can follow the Cohen Bro Opinion Show on all major podcasting platforms or catch the YouTube live show at Kavana Broadcast Network. If you'd like to contact the show, feel free to email us at cobropodcast@gmail.com or DM us at Cobro Opinion Show on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Thank you for listening.
But you can't stay here. Let's go. Out. Out.
This concludes our broadcast.
You filthy animal.